Hi and welcome to another day of Python programming, and today we're going to look at sorting things. So arrays are the most probable thing that you'll sort. So let's create, here's your first challenge. Okay, let's figure it out. Create an array and sort it from lowest to highest. All right, let's do that. Array of numbers equals, use a square brackets, we'll go 9, 4, 6, 38, negative 11, 23. All right, so that's that. Now we've got to sort it. So let's sort it from lowest to highest, and that is really easy. I'm just going to copy and paste that, dot sort, and now we want to see what that looks like afterwards, so let's print it. There we go, run, save it. Not sure what day I'm up to with this one. And there you go, the lowest one is the negative number. Then we've got 4, 6, 9, we'll compare them, here we go. Yep, 4, 6, then 9, then 23, and then 38. Awesome, that worked very well. All right, maybe make a note of that so that later when you come back to it, you can wonder what things do. So low to high sort. There we go. All right, how do you sort them the other direction? Challenge. So pause or continue. All right, so high to low. All we have to do is grab that and then type in reverse equals true. Let's print that again and run it. And there you go, that's it backwards. All right, thanks Brad. Next one is sort. Okay, I gotta turn off my notifications, I think. 1 second. All right, done. Okay, so next is, let's do a bunch of words and we'll sort them by the size of each word. All right, so here are our words. So let's create an array that we can play around with. I am a Python programmer. There we go. So there are the words, and to sort them by their size, what would you do? So let's do that. Sort by word, I guess string length or size, whatever you want to call it. All right, and pause or continue. Here we go. We're going to figure it out. So words dots. So we use that sort again. And in here we use a key. So this is built into the sort. I want to use length. Okay, so that's going to look at each value in here by length. Pretty awesome, I think. Now let's print it. That's all built into Python. Okay, I am Python programmer. So it's sort of in the right order anyways. And that's that. All right, now I really liked this one. Now this is just say you've got an array like this. Here are our things, and you've got a multi-dimensional array like this. Just so let's do 3 things just to keep it easy. And just say you got a string as the first thing, and I'll give it a number as well. So string A. And then let's do a couple more. that one F and Z. And a different number, let's say 67 and 1. All right, now this one will, here's a challenge. How would you sort this array by the first element in each of those arrays? So you want it, well, it's pretty much in order now, like A, F, Z. But how would you do it, like say if you wanted to do it by the second element? So it would go 1, 3, 67. Hang on, my iTunes is freaking out for no particular reason. All right, so let's do that. All right, now things dot sort. We're going to do that again. And we use key equals lambda. And then we get the things. And we're going to look at the things. Let's do the second element, which was, if you look at an array, it'll be number 1 because it's 0, 1. And then round bracket. And let's print things. All right, that would have been pretty hard to find out, but that's probably one way. There's other ways to do it, but just one line of code, it's pretty awesome. All right, run this one. Let's have a look. And there we go. It's sorting it by the second element. So we've got 1's first now, then it goes 3, and then 67. All right, I'm gonna mess around with this a bit because these are already in order. Let's put a W here just to mess it up a bit. All right, and let's sort it by the first element. All right, let's run that. And here we go. We've got F first, then W, then Z. Great. How cool is that? So you probably would have to put in some, if you've got different sized arrays, because if you do try and access something that's not in those arrays, you're going to get some errors. So you'd have to put in some, I don't know, maybe some try except cases and try that out. All right, so next, anyways, check out some other videos I've put up. I've done one on try and except. I did that the day before actually. So whatever day this is, go back one. All right, next. I found this one quite cool as well. Hang on, let's put a little note. Sort by first or second object in the nested arrays. There we go. All right, now this one I found pretty cool. What it does, it's going to print out another array's values based on the indexes of another array. So let's just pretend it's like a cipher or something, you know. So so let's create our cipher, and A is going to be 0. B is going to be 1, and C is going to be 2. All right, so there's our cipher, and the other array, array 2, I'll call it, is going to be just a random order of these. For example, like C, B, A, C, something like that. Okay, let's make them into strings. I wish you could just highlight it and do it like in Swift you can do that. Anyways, there we go. So I've got that. All right, how do we do it? So first is we need to create the indexes of this string. Okay, so indexed string, conversion, whatever. I'm just going to call it index string. And what we do is this. Now, to be honest, I sort of understand this code. I found it and I just thought it was pretty awesome. I just want to share it with you, really. The one thing I know in this equation here is enumerate, which just means to go through each of these And what I'm guessing this is sort of like a dictionary. Okay, and it's going through each of the elements of these values, and depending on where it is inside the array, it's going to assign the value, like that could be the key. I think it's by the key. Get element. Either the key or the value. It's doing something like that. So it'll go like A is 0. So and then B is it. So it creates a dictionary. All right. So we've got enumerate, and then we go. We're going to enumerate the, which one? The cipher. There we go. All right, so that's going to go through. Now, if you don't understand what it's doing, just copy it and print it. Let's have a look at it, actually. It's a really good way to figure out what things do when you don't know. All right, I'm just having a guess. Yep, I was right. So what it does is it goes through, creates a dictionary for each of the elements. All right, that's pretty cool. Make a dictionary with the indexes of an array. And that's that line there, just one line. You probably, with coding, yeah, I'll just leave it. It's just how Python is. All right, so let's keep on going now. We're going to compare both of these and create a different output. So here's the output, and it's going to be this. So it's going to be an array. Okay, and we're going to get the index strings, values, indexed dictionary. I might call it that actually, because that's a more accurate way to describe it. I'll put that in there just in case. I might come back to it another time. And put that there. Okay, index string dictionary. And we're going to get an element, which will be one of the values from here. So it's going to get this element. Actually, no, it's going to get, like in the dictionary, it'll be the first element. Okay? And then for that element in part 2, which will be array 2. All right, so it's going to go through each of the elements of that array and then create another array with those. And it's just done inside the array brackets, which will create its finished result. So you can actually, in Python, you can run functions that like do all the stuff inside the array if it's going to create an array. Sorry, too many arrays. All right, so let's print that. Print out put. All right, fingers crossed. Okay, if I typed it all right. And I did. Okay, so let's have a look at it. So the first thing was a C, so 0, 1, 2, yep, 2. Next one's a B, so 0, 1, yep. And then 0 for A, 0 for A, and 2 for C. Excellent. So that's all I've got for you today. That's a different way of sorting. We're sorting another array based on another array. It's sort of sorting, but yeah. Hope you had fun. I would never have, you just got to search the internet. You'll find some really cool stuff. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. A lot of it's already done, and pretty straightforward sort of line of code, that one. And this one too. It's just these are the things it's going through, and it's a for in loop over the right here. And this is another one as well. It's just a for in loop, but creating a dictionary. If you want to summarize, Lambada, actually, that I would like to look up with you right now, because let's have a look at it. Once again, I sort of know what it does, but let's do Python. There we go. Lambda Python. I'll have a look. Small anonymous function. It can take any number of arguments but can only have one expression. That's interesting. So it multiplies the argument with argument B and prints the result. It multiplies the argument A with B and prints the result. Okay, it's sort of like a function, and it has two. These are your inputs. Okay, so that's how you'd write it, and this is how you write it. So X, and then you put your inputs, and this is what it does, and it'll give you the result. That's one example. This one has 3 inputs, and you can do whatever you want with those and assigns them to the result. All right, so that's what it does. So let's have a look at it inside our statement here. So what it's doing here is it's having a look at all of things, and then inside those things, the first element. And it's going through those and assigning them to the key. All right, so, and it's sorting them. Okay, and it's sorting them based on that value. Okay. All right, so yeah, maybe have a bit more of a look into that one. That one's quite complex, so but it's very cool code. So I hope you enjoyed that. Python's pretty a great language actually to get to know. All right, thanks a lot. Have a great one. See you soon.